Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? Post game reaction. As y'all may see, Mad Mike Sports, this man K Styles here. This was a very interesting way to get to the yams. Mike, what you thinking about? How do you explain this game?
I'm so depressed. I'm gonna get to the yams.
Sweet yams, but they kind of spoiled because I didn't enjoy it. Lord. Jew, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, man.
Yeah. I think Jew's voice kind of telling everything.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jew.
But
I'm gonna just
look. I don't even know how to explain that. I'm glad we got the dub, but this game was just off. It was just off all game. But go ahead, Jew, man. What you think about this game? What's your takes on this?
Jew is speechless. That's funny, man. I was getting to know it all game with just the guys calling the game. They kept saying over and over again, kept talking about Kirk Cousins ad nauseum. You're not going to be able to just continue to run the ball. You got to throw the ball down the field. And you guys know what I've said over the last couple of weeks when we were losing those games. You got to know how to read a room. We don't need you to win the game. We just need you to manage the game. Don't lose the game. The game was an ugly game, but what I liked about it is they showed some growth in just sticking with the run. The Raiders gave us no reason to try to air the ball out because they couldn't score. Until they went no huddle and we started playing off coverage, they were not doing anything the whole game. So it's like, why should we try to be explosive, throw the ball down the field consistently when the Raiders are not doing anything on special teams? They're not moving the ball at all against our defense. Sometimes you got to just understand how to, okay, our defense is winning this game. Our special teams tonight, to me, really won this game. The special teams and the defense, but complementary football is what I've been talking about over the last couple of weeks and turning the ball over. And in this game, Zach Robinson finally realized that, hey, let's just run the ball with Bijan. Mike talked about it earlier. Let's let our offensive line do what they do. And our offensive line dominated. So at the end of the day, a win is a win. They kept talking about, do you want to win this game or do you want to score points, and are the Falcons going to be able to look like this moving forward and win the rest of these games? But how I feel about it is we've been putting up 400, 500 yards and losing the game. But you rather put up 400 and 500 yards and lose the game or win the way that we just won? Ugly. It was ugly, but it's a win. I'll take an ugly win over a pretty loss any day. That's how I look at this game. Was I super impressed? No, I wasn't super impressed, but we snapped the losing streak. And you heard Don talk about it when we did the heavy hitter show about stopping the bleeding. Now you finally get a win. What gives me confidence is winning. I'm not confident if I'm Kirk Cousins. I threw for 500 yards and we lose. And that's why I kept getting upset with the guys calling the game, because they kept talking about Kirk Cousins ad nauseum, about he doesn't look comfortable. He's out of rhythm. You can look at it. I really realized in today's game what's going on with Kirk Cousins. And it's not so much that I think he's in his head. Kirk Cousins can't move anymore. Did you guys notice in this game when he tried to pull off the run?
I said that, Jew. I said exactly that. I'm gonna go. After you finish. I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna let you take it from there, Mike, but he just can't move. That's what I noticed. He sits in one spot in the pocket. And when you can't move as a quarterback, think about it. The Statue West quarterbacks nowadays is pretty much a dying breed. If you look around the league, you got to be able to move, because the guys on the defensive line, they're just too athletic at this point. So if you can't move, and buy time. And that's Kirk Cousins' problem right now. When he's in the pocket, he's standing in one spot. And if he does move up a little bit in the pocket, like he tried to dip and dodge a little bit, he still can't go anywhere. So that's my thing with Kirk Cousins. I don't think that he's lost his ability to throw the ball with anticipation or throw the ball. I think his problem is right now he doesn't have his athleticism. The little bit of athleticism he had prior to that Achilles, right now it's not back. He can't really move. He can't run anywhere. So if they bring pressure, if any pressure gets there, he in trouble. And the problem is in the NFL, we know with quarterback play, the pocket in the NFL is muddy. You're not going to have a clean pocket throughout an NFL game. That's not realistic. So I really feel like this could possibly be Kirk's last year, to be honest with you guys, at least in Atlanta, because he can't move anymore. So unless his Achilles gets better, this is the first year off the Achilles. Maybe it gets better over another off season where he can actually work out and rehab and stuff like that this off season. But outside of that, that's what I really noticed in this game is he can't move. If you can't move, then that spells trouble. And he's not moving well at all. And I'll leave it at that.
Well, that's what I say, and this is something that I've been saying for the last couple of weeks after I'm doing my research. Kurt is done, y'all. He's done as a player. He has no confidence in his lower body at all. All right, and it's starting to affect him mentally. So it's not like you said. It's not so much that he can't make throws. He just can't move. He can't move at all. If you look at his lower body, like he's throwing the ball at a high release. When the ball is that high coming out of quarterback's hand, like you're not putting anything behind it. And that's why the ball is, when he decides to put something on it, it goes to the ground. All right, when he can put something on, it goes straight to the ground. So a lot of his issues right now is that just he's done, y'all. I just hate to say it like that, because I think the Falcons are just going to have to eat this dead cap. But he physically can't do it anymore, and it's starting to affect him. Like you said, watching the game, this dude he can't even run without, like, he's jogging. If you see him get off the ground, he doesn't even put any weight on that leg. So, and that's his plant leg. He's not putting any weight. He's throwing everything up high, and he's staying there. So that's the problem I'm seeing with Kirk Cousins, man. I don't know what you can do offensively if you're Zach Robinson. There's really nothing you can do with a guy. And like you said, with the NFL, the way it is with these athletes, he's a oh man, it's nothing you can do with it. You just got to take the L on this. And like I said, for me, I don't think, it was a risk to begin with. Signing a guy with a torn Achilles like that. The same with Aaron Rodgers. I'm saying the same thing with him and Aaron Rodgers. These guys are just physically, they're not able to step up. They're not able to step up in the pocket and deliver the ball on time. That's what I'm saying. He's not able to deliver the ball on time, and that's why he's hesitating. That's why he's double clutching because he doesn't. He doesn't physically. He can't physically make those throws anymore, and that's the thing. I hate to say it like this, but Kirk Cousins, I don't think this is particular offense for him. He's going to have to go to a team, if he does, that's going to run the ball. He can't throw the ball 40, 50 times a game like that consistently and be successful the way that you need him for a quarterback to be. He just physically, I can't see it. I'm not seeing him physically being able to do it. But outside of that, man, I like defense. I like what Jerry Gray did for the most part, besides that nonsense that we saw playing that soft coverage at the end. I like that, he was sending blitzes. Caden Ellis looked really good as an edge, getting after it. So that's what I got.
All right, Sam, what you got on this, man?
Well, most of you guys know me well enough to know that I'm pretty much the most optimistic person in this group. I am going to echo Mad Mike. Kirk Cousins' era is over.
Wow. Yeah.
It's over. To be honest, I had this thought 3 weeks ago, but like I said, I'm optimistic a lot of times to a fault, but there is no drive. There is no confidence. There is no effort. There is nothing that resembles an NFL quarterback in watching Kirk Cousins play. Zero. This reminded me of Peyton Manning's last season in Denver. Only thing is, it's worse.
Yeah.
To be quite frank, to be honest, they should deactivate him tonight.
Woo. Wow. Yeah. I don't see
there is nothing in this game that showed that he should play another game from this moment going forward. Nothing. They should deactivate him, give him his 90 and send him home to the wife. There is no earthly reason on this planet why he should play another down. I said what I said. I'm standing on it. It is what it is.
Big Will, what you got, bro?
Oh man, that was the ugliest fucking game I ever fucking saw, bro. It's over with Kirk, but it's not only because his own doing. This offensive coordinator with these fucking goddamn predictable ass play calls is killing us, bro. If we're in pistol, we're running the ball. If we're in shotgun, we're passing the ball. They fucking calling it out. You can see they're adjusting themselves to it. They sold out to the run because they wasn't scared of the fucking pass. They knew we was finna fucking run the ball. Then he run Bijan into the fucking ground, but I'm not liking the way he distributed these two backs. He run B. You can see Bijan be tired the fuck out there. Bijan had a little game, but he be tired the fuck out there. You got to rotate them boys. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to be even, but get that boy in. You know what I mean, put Azure in a little earlier than what you was putting that man in. You killing Bijan out there. He gonna be done about 2 more seasons. That nigga knees gonna be shot. But if we make that quarterback change, y'all, right now, bro, it's gonna be the same shit. Cause I don't trust his play calling. I do not trust his play calling, bro. He's been too predictable this season, and I haven't seen him change from him. And until we change that with that offensive coordinator, we're gonna be in trouble. We're not gonna. I don't trust this team to win 3 straight. The defense did their thing today. Defense was doing their thing, but I don't trust this team to win 3 straight, bro. Unless that coordinator got there and get his head out his ass. I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet. That's it.
It's kind of a tough thing to really say when it comes to that, just for the simple fact that they are putting up the yardage. This game was ugly as hell. Like, really was holding them back. Like y'all said, man, Kurt, and we've kind of been talking about this for about a month now. it was after that Saints loss. I know I've kind of noticed that his body language and his mindset wasn't the same since that game, and it's continually to get worse every game.
Yeah.
Like you said, definitely shout out to the defense. Shout out to Kadero Hodge and special teams, man, because without those plays, we don't even know how this game would have ended up.
Yeah, young way cool. You better run your ass to the house. Run to the fucking house, motherfucker. A 42-yard field goal, nigga.
And when I'm talking about special teams, y'all, I'm talking about special teams defense. Kadero Hodge.
Yeah, Kadero Hodge. And I got go ahead, sorry.
And I was about to say Kevin King too. Kevin King played some good snaps out there tonight too.
Absolutely. I just gotta echo, Jude's sentiment. I think it was a couple of plays in there that I especially on the short yards, 3rd and 6. We shouldn't have been trying to. I think it was 3rd and 4. Like, just run the ball, man. Kirk Cousins just he's just done, and we can't keep trying to just like force him. It's sad. It's sad to see because just a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, this dude was, he played better, but that Achilles just pretty much just killed his career, man. I just don't see I don't see how he bounced back. I just see no confidence. And
he's second guessing himself, bro. He's second guessing himself. And why is this offense coordinator not putting him in spots he's comfortable with? Why are you not doing goddamn play action with him? Why is he not up under center more? I'm not understanding why you keep putting this man into pistol and shotgun.
Because he can't push off that leg like that.
Yeah, that's the problem.
No, he said he healthy. So this motherfucker said he healthy. I'm taking their word for it. He said he healthy. I'm gonna put this motherfucker to work. He shouldn't be out there. Period.
I get you, Will, and I actually agree with you there, but you could just see it's not the same. And I've actually put some videos together, and I've been watching it while we was watching the game, and there's no movement from. He just stands he just stands there, and there's literally nothing outside of throwing quick screens and slants that you can do for him at this particular point. The only thing for this offense that's gonna make it look a little better is just play another quarterback. I just don't see Kirk. His confidence is shot, bro. It's just shot. It ain't nothing you can do but just run the clock, and I think run the ball at this point. And I think that's what you was alluded to, is that I know everybody frustrated. I know we want to see better plays, and we deserve better plays, and we, I actually don't disagree with you with the Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson. Like at this point, I think that's the best way to go because Kirk just like, bro, it's so bad right now. The Falcons had every single tight end on the field almost 15, 20 times in that second half. You know what I'm saying? That they haven't done that all year. And we seen that against the Raiders without Max Crosby. It's that bad. He can't even throw the ball on. And I've seen him on the ground. He can barely get up off the ground. He's not putting any pressure on that leg. Kurt is done, bro. And that's like I said, I don't know. This is all on Raheem right now at this point. If he's going to keep playing Kurt, which I think he will, and he probably, at this point, I think that's just the way to go. But I just don't. Kurt, I don't know what you can do. I really don't know what you can do outside of just riding Tyler and Bijan right now. I just don't see it.
To be honest with you, Mike, him being injured or just father time, this is actually a blessing in disguise because the Falcons refuse to embrace that we're a running football team. So maybe it took Kirk barely being able to move so for us to realize that we need to give the ball to Bijan, give the ball to Tyler, and OG said it best. the last year of Peyton Manning's career, when they won on defense and basically running the ball, and they only threw the ball occasionally with Peyton Manning. That's what we're gonna have to see out of Kurt. I told her at this point he just needs to be a game manager. Make a couple throws here and there, rely on your defense, rely on your running game and your offensive line to win the games. I really feel like the worst thing that we saw was Kirk Cousins throw for 500 yards because that gave everybody a misconception that, oh man, this dude is MVP. This dude is him. You know, he can throw the ball 40, 50 times a game, 30, 40 times a game. At this point, he's just not that player anymore. So we got to embrace that that's not who he is anymore. And Father Time creeps up on everybody. You talked about Aaron Rodgers. He don't look the same because he's 40 years old. Kirk Cousins is 36. Like, we just got to accept it. That 500-yard game was an anomaly. We're not going to see that probably again. But we don't need him to do that for us to be successful. We don't need him. He can have the same performance he had tonight against the Giants. Just don't throw an interception. Just hand the ball off and play good defense. The Giants is trying to tank as well. The Raiders were not trying to beat us tonight. They were not trying to beat us. Like, the Raiders are terrible. The same thing with the Giants. They both are the worst teams in the league. So we should be able to win next week with this Sunday. We're running the ball, playing sound defense. Now, as you get closer to the playoffs, that's when it's going to become tougher because at that point, you're going to have teams that can get after you with the pass rush. And like I said, the biggest problem I'm noticing with Kurt, even tonight when we ran play action, you guys know all they did was blitz us when we ran play action, and Kurt couldn't get the ball off. Did y'all notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Yep.
And they weren't really picking it up. Like, we were having too many free runners just running through, and they know that if that's a mobile quarterback, they're not going to just run through there like that, just like a bat out of hell. With basically these guys are running at Kurt with like not even setting their feet or anything. They just running back there because they know Kurt, if he do step up, he's not going to be able to escape the pocket because he's too slow. He can't run anymore. As Mike said, he's basically out there jogging. He can't sprint.
At that point when they were rushing like that, I think they already had felt like he was seeing ghosts out there at that point. So they already were goddamn keying in on that run. They already had felt that he had no confidence in himself. And this man had what? 17 attempts passing, dog. They really took the ball out of his damn hand at the point. Like,
Yeah,
they straight ran the ball at the end of the damn game, bro. And when you said something about the 509 game, I think it hurt us in the other way. It started to make the coordinator feel like he can get a goddamn Kirk Cousins that Kate can put on his fucking back, and he ain't have to do his job. He felt like he had to make his job easier and just got there, get the ball to Kirk, let him go, instead of goddamn making up a good game plan. Excuse my cussing, but that shit was frustrating. That was frustrating to watch that, bro. That was frustrating to watch that.
I completely agree with you, Will. You actually are stating what I actually was stating as well. I agree with you. I think that they thinking that they can put everything on Kirk, and I feel like in this 4-game losing streak, they really should have been relying on the run and like taking the pressure off of Kirk. But I feel like everything's been on, well, let's get Kirk out this funk. Let's get Kirk out this funk, instead of them realizing like he's like digressing. We're seeing it right in front of our own eyes. Like, all the time is caught up to him.
Well, I'm finna shock the world again. I'm finna agree with Will. That last
I know this shit ain't right. Let me check my time. Hold on.
Yep. He is absolutely, without a doubt, correct in his assessment on that right there. The effect that 509 game had. That he is absolutely right. And at this point, it's over. He cooked. Use a spatula, get his ass out the frying pan. It's shoe level.
Whew, man.
My thing, look, and to kind of further on what Will said on those 17 attempts, I want y'all to break that down even more.
It should have been 9.
Kirk Cousins had 9 pass attempts in the first half.
That tells you everything that what the coaches I think at the end of the day, Raheem was not accepting that Kurt was done, and I think that right there was eating him more uh, than than anything. Tonight, when I saw him with 12 attempts and it was going into the fourth quarter, I was like, that has never happened to any quarterback playing the Atlanta Falcons, and we just saw that tonight. That didn't happen with Mariota. That didn't happen with Ritter. But it happened tonight. Kurt is fried, y'all. Well done.
Look, if you was willing to dumb that thing down like you did tonight, bro, you might as well take your chance with that young cat. You dumb that bitch all the way down. If you was willing to do that, you know what people respect more than somebody who tell the truth? Somebody who admits when they was wrong. Just you admit when you were wrong. Shit, I thought Kurt was that dude. Turned out he ain't. We're gonna put everything behind these young cats. Y'all know I was the one to do stick with that motherfucking Kurt. I wasn't ready for the young dude. What I seen today, y'all dumb that shit all the way down, bro. Ain't no way. What's to keep him in there for? He just gonna be put him on the bench, let him go and be that backup. Let him be that word in the young man ear. You ain't got to pay the young man for a couple more years. Let Kirk Cousins go and collect that little bread. Don't put the young dude out there.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Just a point of irony. The Raiders dropped defensive linemen in coverage and they made the play.
You know what? Shut up, Sam. Shut up. Y'all know how much I oh my god.
Bro. I wanted to ask everybody a question. I wanted to know what everybody thought about it when it was a minute and 50 seconds left in the game and they decided to throw the football. I don't know how y'all felt.
I thought we finna lose this motherfucker, boy. I'm like, they let these motherfuckers come back. Oh my fucking god.
My question.
Ain't even gonna lie. That Hail Mary, I was praying. I was praying.
I wasn't doing anything. I was just accepting to it.
I wasn't doing no praying or nothing. The only thing I was focused on is the Raiders have no timeouts. It's a minute and 58 seconds left.
And he kept dropping.
Why the fuck we dropping? Why the fuck we throwing the football?
Bro, he was dropping 9 guys in the coverage and rushing 2.
I'm gonna
Go
say
ahead.
this.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say this. What I seen again when I wanted to pull my little bit of hair in my head out. What hair I got still on my head when I wanted to pull it out was when I seen them throw the ball again on 3rd down to Ray McLeod.
Bro, oh my god.
Is this your best play? I don't understand, and that's what Big Will. I agree with what he said. Zach Robinson doesn't understand how to call plays. When this is for the game, go to your best play. Every time it seems like we throwing the ball to Ray McLeod. I don't have nothing against Ray McLeod, but if we're trying to ice the game, can we scheme up something for Mooney? Can we scheme up something for Drake? Can we scheme up something for Kyle Pitts? It seemed like for whatever reason, they continuously, when it's a big 3rd down, they want to throw the ball to Ray McLeod. I don't know why he continues to be the one that always ends up in that situation. But that just goes back to what I say. Certain situations, he don't understand how to call plays. That's when you need your best play. Whatever you've been working on all week, this is to ice the game. You got to have a better pass play in your arsenal than that. That's my biggest issue. I don't mind you throwing the ball, but if you're going to throw the ball, don't throw it to your 3rd or 4th string wide receiver. That's my problem.
Exactly. I was about to ask y'all, will Kyle Pitts sit today?
I mean, he was out there like
he was out there. That once again. You gotta think about what.
Right here with D. Coleman said he had 1 target. So it's again.
That's crazy. That's coaching right there, boy.
It's Zach. He doesn't know how to get his playmakers the ball. I don't know if he doesn't understand or he just doesn't want to. Because the thing is, there's no reason why these Ray McLeod got more targets than your number 4 pick. Like that should never. I just targets, okay? Like it'll be a whole thing if he was just dropping all these passes. Then you stop targeting him. But he's not dropping. He had one game where he dropped two passes, but that's been all year. So he's been reliable as far as Pitts catching the ball. So he's not even targeting the ball. And like you said, it's 3rd and 6. Why the heck are you running plays for Ray McLeod? That ball should be in the hands of your best players.
Here, no, let me give you the breakdowns on that. Kyle Pitts got the most targets on in today's game. He had 4 receptions for 28 yards. Drake London 3 for 53. Ray McLeod 1 for 14. Bijan 1 for 10. Charlie Warner 2 for 7. Darnell Mooney 0 for 0. So Kyle Pitts caught all 4 of his targets. Drake caught all 4 of his targets. So Kyle Pitts was in the game. He actually got targeted. Thing about it was Kurt only threw the ball 17 times, so it wasn't gonna be enough target. It wasn't gonna be enough targets to even look like anything. I just want to point that out.
Bro, I don't even know what else to say. I just don't got no confidence in Raheem. I know that I'm gonna just wait for the off season, but as of now, I just have no confidence in his ability to get it.
Damn! I'm shocked. Where I was with them goddamn 4 completions at? I was sleeping, so I was goddamn asleep. I had to be sleep.
Well, you gotta remember they weren't big plays. They were really like short outs and stuff like that. He had a couple hooks in there.
I ain't even know that motherfucker had that many catches.
Yeah. They weren't for big plays. Cause I remember Drake London really only had the big plays in the passing game in this game. Everybody else was kind of like intermediate to short.
Well, that's even more sad then, cause we ain't even noticed his motherfucker. Oh man, that's crazy, dog.
But shit, when you run when you run the ball 37 times, shit, he ain't gonna get the ball that much.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with running.
Ironically, go back to 2015 Denver. Peyton Manning against the Raiders, and he threw the ball 10 times in the game.
Right. Think about the Falcons ran the ball 37 times today and only had 17 pass attempts.
Right.
This is the type of game that was.
But K, if we would have did this earlier in this 4-game losing streak, we probably win two of those games. That's my issue. It's like everything we like 4 games delayed. Like this coaching staff a little slow. They're a little slow. Like they gotta wait a couple games before they understand.
You say they're a little remedial. They're a little remedial over there.
Yeah, they're a little bit slow. It's like it took us forever to start pressing up on guys. Now all of a sudden the defensive line getting pressure, getting sacks. But we waited 10 games. You see what I'm saying? That's the issue. It's like it's coaching more than anything is what I'm looking at. It's like we wait way too long. Like we would probably be still in first place right now because we easily could have won. That's why I'm not super impressed when I keep hearing everybody talk about the Bucks blew out the Chargers. They're going to run through the rest of their games. I'm looking like it's a week-to-week league. I literally watched the Bucks almost lose. They should have lost to the Panthers. The first matchup they played against the Panthers. So I'm not going to sit here and be like the Bucks are going to just run through the rest of their games. I don't think so. Like a lot of people just thinking they look good against the Chargers that were injured last week. Like, but the Chargers even had opportunities early in that game to make plays.
I was just about to say that they looked good because the Chargers didn't take advantage of their opportunity because they had opportunities against them. They just turned the ball over at them point.
So it's a week-to-week league. You know, it's week to week. Now for us, like I said, I agree with you guys. Y'all know I've been standing 10 toes down for Kirk. But when I seen you can't move, I'm like, yeah, this is last year. They probably gonna let him ride it out. But I agree with what Big Will said. If Kirk can't move, and you're gonna dumb the game down all the way down, then at that point you might as well say, let me throw Penix out there. You know what I'm saying? At this point, if that's what they decide that they want to do, I don't think that they're gonna do that. And personally, I wouldn't necessarily do that. But I'm saying you can't expect much out of Kirk. After what I've seen tonight, he cannot move. The dude is standing in one spot. When he does move, he not going nowhere. He like a tortoise out there running. So if he do take off, them defensive linemen gonna catch him before he gets to the stars. They gonna tear him up.
He took off on that one run, boy. He looked like, boy, he was struggling for life in them knees.
He fell on that handoff. Bijan was standing on the right side, and he fell on the ground trying to hand it to him.
Do y'all know we barely beat a 2-11 team that were trying to tank? That is crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers trying to tank, and we barely beat them. They almost, we was a goddamn Hail Mary away from them motherfuckers calling and cussing us out. But like, nigga, we tried to get y'all the game. The fuck y'all doing? You know what I'm saying?
They literally tried to give us that game, bro. They literally tried to give us that game. It was a point in time where the Raiders only had like 120 something yards of offense going into the fourth quarter.
That's bad. This dude about to fall down, handing the ball off. Like, bro, we tripping. You can't dumb the offense down like that. Like this dude literally tripping over himself, handing the ball off. That you can't. That's hurting the offense in itself. We spent too many draft picks and we spent too much money with these wide receivers for us to be handing the ball off 37 times, 40 times a game. And I like to run the ball, but if you're not even gonna open the playbook up, and you pretty much got, as you said, remedial offense, like, what's the point of even keeping him out there? You might as well throw him out there. You might as well throw the young kid out there to do that. Because that's essentially what you're doing. You running a rookie playbook.
But go ahead, Sam. What you got?
Middle of the third quarter, when we had to punt the ball, I don't know if anybody noticed, but half the offense was standing over there talking to Michael Penix.
No, I did notice that. I noticed that too.
This the point I'm getting at, y'all, bro. Like, how much risk are we willing to take for the team to be like lose confidence in Kurt?
We already down. We already down.
Like, because we taking a big risk and we keep him in. If we keep him in, we taking a big risk. That you might as well say you mailing the season in, because they ain't believing in Kurt right now, bro. I don't see that body language. You remember how when the second string quarterback for Georgia came in, how they got their team riled up? How they got amped as fuck. They riled up. And they pretty much everybody stepped their game up. They stopped dropping passes all of a sudden. All of a sudden, motherfuckers stopped dropping passes. Everybody catching everything. When the second string quarterback come in. It's just that point. I think they lost confidence in Kirk Cousins because he lost confidence in himself. He's an anticipation thrower, and you could tell when he double clutch like that and start throwing the ball into the turf, he don't trust his throws. He don't trust the routes of the receiver. So he's second guessing everything. At this point, it's over with that. He'll be one of the highest paid backups ever. I'll put him on the bench. He'll be sitting right there.
The problem is the reason why Raheem hasn't pulled that switch like that is because that's the guy he personally wanted here. So this is kind of, like you said, this is him. And I think you said it too, Will, when you admit when you're wrong or your ego is not letting you make whatever the right decision may be for the team.
Yeah, they respect you better when you admit you wrong. People respect you better at that because we all make mistakes. If you sit here and say, "Hey man, I was wrong on this one," but I believe fully in this rookie right here, and I trust Kurt gonna sit here and help him or whatever. Kurt got to be real with himself. No, he over with. It's over with, bro. Ain't no way you can look yourself in the mirror and say, "I still got it. I can go play 2 more years for somebody else." I don't care who he gonna sign with. I don't see him playing no better, bro. I don't see it.
Like I said, when kind of watching the game, when I'm seeing him, I think Mike pointed this out too. When you see your quarterback throwing over the shoulder instead of 3/4, Yeah, he ain't got no zip on that ball no more. He like I said
Black man took that
that
shit out.
that ain't yeah, like I said, he ain't got no confidence in that base no more. So he's trying to muscle everything in, and them muscles done deflated, and it ain't working for him right now.
Yeah, ain't nothing there, bro. Ain't nothing there.
That's the mechanics. When anytime you see a quarterback throwing overhead passes, he done because he can't put any. He can't throw off that back foot. Curtis, he's throwing everything off his front foot right now, and that's why he's just standing in the pocket because he can't move. If you move, just how the body mechanics are, it's gonna force you to hit that back foot. So right now he's just standing still because he can't move, and that right there is a true sign right there of a quarterback who's done. And the Falcons just have to be real, like Will said, and just like, look, I didn't foresee Kurt downfall coming like this soon, but when you see it, you just got to be real with yourself and just say, all right, he done, and let's just start the Penix era. To be honest.
This chat crazy. They talking about damn Ritter look better than him.
Over there.
Shit, at one point he did. I'm like, damn, Running than ripped out about 5-6 completion. I'm like, what the hell? Well, I'm starting to say, I'm like, boy, this motherfucker come and beat us after we said he was no good, and he come back to this bitch and beat us. They gonna be some shit, boy.
Yeah, but man, like you said, man, they definitely needed that dub, man. Like you said, it wasn't the prettiest looking thing that we thought, and it kind of goes back to what everybody's been talking about is this game had to be a convincing win to get people to kind of believe again,
Uh-huh.
and this was not convincing enough just for the simple fact that you only ripped off one touchdown in this game.
Against the worst team and one of the worst defenses in the league. Like, what are we
Bro, what
talking?
what what was this man passing y'all at the end of the day? We got like 130 or something.
Yeah, less than
Kirk Cousins was 117.
Oh my god, this got to be the lowest passing game he had in his career.
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah,
That's
gotta
crazy.
look.
Yeah, you got to go ahead and make that change, bro. You got. I'm sorry, bro. I'm saying, Kirk Cousins, don't take
Oh,
that
oh,
seat belt
oh,
and let
oh,
your
oh,
chest, bro.
it's even worse. Yeah, you right. You right. It was 112. Good. Yeah.
Whew,
Butts,
that's
Fred
crazy.
Butts with the $2 said, "Do y'all think Penny starts next week?"
I
He
doubt
should.
it. I doubt he should for sure, but I doubt it with Raheem Moore. I
I
lost
don't
confidence
think.
in that motherfucker. I lost confidence
I
in him.
don't think. I don't think he got the balls to pull that trigger.
Nope. The
Nah,
only
They
way
should
that
deactivate him ASAP.
go, go ahead, Juice.
I
Go
would
ahead.
I wouldn't even deactivate him, Sam. I let him go be that coach on the sideline. Let him make that little bread. Let him,
Now,
let him be somebody
Uh,
that their opponents can talk to when he fucking up out there or something, something like that. But like,
go ahead, Juice. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this: the only way that Kirk getting benched, Kirk will literally have to go to the coaches and be like, "I just don't got it no more, and y'all need to put
Hmm.
the rookie
yeah,
in."
you're right.
If
You're right.
and if he do that, he would be a stand up dude. Like I don't think that would be quitting on the team. If he really think that, man, my knee or my Achilles is shot, I cannot move, I can't protect myself in the pocket at this point. I hope the young rookie do his thing, and see this thing out. I don't think that will happen, but I don't see them benching it because of the plan. I don't even think it's Raheem necessarily having an ego. He's watching what we watched. The reason I know that they don't, it's not about ego, is because Zach Robinson did what they did. For them to sit there and run the ball like 37 times, we know how much Zach Robinson like to throw the ball. For him to finally realize, like, oh yeah, Kirk ain't got nothing. He ain't got it. Get a ball to the running back, and let's just hope we can sneak out of here with a win. That's basically what they did in this today's game. So that's why I said that was just growth for Zach Robinson right there, because we've seen over the last 4 games in the losing streak, they would have kept throwing the ball. That's why Kirk threw 4 picks, because instead of them noticing like Kirk can't move, they continued to throw the ball. But today we got to see it in plain sight that they just went straight to the running game. When they seen he threw that first pick, they're like, "Oh nah, you ain't gonna throw 4 picks today." They went straight to giving the ball to the running backs. So that showed growth. So
was that Zach Robinson though, or was that Raheem protecting Kirk Cousins?
I don't care.
who it was. I just like that they made common sense out of it. Because if they would have said like, "Nah, we're gonna still put this in Kirk hands," like you said earlier, Big Will, when they seen that 500, and like OG Sam said earlier, when he threw it 500, they be thinking like Kirk finna save this team. He finna go crazy. And at this point, Kirk just don't got it no more. Like we seen it in plain sight. I was sitting there looking at the dude like he can't move. I noticed that like when they blitzed, I say he's not moving nowhere. He's sitting in one spot. When he do move, when he tried to take off and run, that's when I knew it was all over. When he tried to take off and he went like 2-3 yards, and like Mike said, if you would just watch his mannerisms, when he fell, he was getting up real slow. He was looking like Brady in his last couple years when Brady was with the Bucks. When he was trying not to get hit, and you've been hearing Mike say that the last couple games, he said, Kirk don't want to get hit. When you don't want to get hit no more, that's when you know it's time to hang it up.
Bro, it was to a point where Jake Matthews and Bergeron had to lift his ass up off the turf, off the field.
Yeah, I saw that times. Yeah, I saw that.
They got a $10 super chat here from Green Ave. So I know Josh Allen's probably front runner for MVP, but I would give the award to Kirk Cousins' agent.
I thought it was a good deal by the Falcons. You can't predict whether a guy gonna fall off the way they fall off, but it's a risk that you had to take at this point, because I don't think the right thing to do for any young quarterback is to draft him and just throw him in. So they made the right decision. It's just the way that the money for quarterbacks now, it's even riskier to pay quarterbacks and try to win at the same time. I think if anything, this new agreement as far as the quarterback salary cap, it's going to be better for the game in the long term once they get this down, because we're seeing guys like Kirk Cousins. I'm not saying they stealing, and I'm not saying the agents are great. I think it's just the way of the game right now. In order to protect the game, they have to get this deal done with this quarterback salary cap, because guys are getting $90 million and they don't have it anymore. And I don't think I think you have younger quarterbacks or quarterbacks that can do what they can do and not get paid $90 million to do this, because this is not $90 million worth.
Okay? Hey, truthfully though, I don't even believe it's an injury thing right now. I'm thinking straight mental. I just think it feel better to say I was injured than to be like, damn, I ain't got it no more.
No, he
Then the
done.
motherfucker to sit down.
He done, bro. Trust me, he's done. He cannot move.
Nah.
I don't doubt he's done, but I don't believe the motherfucker injured. I think it's straight mental with this motherfucker.
He's done.
I think it's straight mental.
No, hold on. Look, the thing is, and this is what I explained, and let me explain why I'm saying he's injured. The thing is, when you're an athlete, when you have that devastating injury, it may not be the Achilles, it could be the knee, it could be, your elbow. When you can't do the things that you used to do on a regular basis, for instance, when Kobe Bryant, the Kobe Bryant, the last 3 to 5 years of his career, he didn't have that athleticism. So you would see him pump fake. Like Kobe pump fake about 30 times before he shot the ball. It's because he didn't have the athleticism to shoot over guys now. So when you don't have that confidence that you can do, these are the things this is what you're saying from Kirk Cousins. Pump fake, because he athletically he can't make those throws that he's accustomed to doing. So it's not so much that he's physically hurt. He can't do the things that he used to do physically, and it's affecting him mentally.
I say it like this with that. I need everybody to go ahead and stomach and rewatch this game, and just look at his body language. That's the one of the biggest indicators. Hell, you can even just look at the last couple games. Look at his body language is telling everybody this right here and there. The constant wenching every time he throws the football. Slowly getting up off the turf after getting hit. His head is always down.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's shot right now. And like you said, unfortunately, I know a lot of people want to see him bench and stuff. But like I said, I don't think Raheem got the balls to pull that move. Only for the simple, well, it's 180 million reasons why he ain't got the balls to pull that move. Because if you pay a guy that much money, you're telling the organization, okay, I believe this guy can take us to the promised land, and he has to stand on that. But goes back to what Will said: is he going to admit where he's wrong, and is he going to make the necessary adjustments?
That's the key.
Is going to be the big key. The thing about it is we had that the team had to endure a 4-game losing streak before they figured out half of the stuff that's working.
Say that
Being
again,
aggressive
Kay.
on defense.
Say it again.
It took a 4-game losing streak for you to figure out half of the things that could have made you successful during that stretch. Running the football, but being more focused on running the football. Being aggressive on defense. Playing up on defense. Which is allowed. These boys got 4 sacks today. We already got 20-something sacks on the season. We came in before the last 3 games with less than 10 sacks, and we already right around like 22 now.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing about it is when you see the problem right then and there, you have to fix it.
Don't wait 10 games and then wait to try to fix it. Fix it right then and there, or make some adjustments right then and there. We wait too long to make the proper adjustments, and that's why Kirk became public enemy number one, because it was like, okay, he was carrying us, but now you see that he don't got it. I said it, when you see that somebody don't got it, you don't just keep going with them. You say, "Nah, let's dumb this playbook down. Let's take some of the pressure off. Let's do something different." We see that he's struggling. He's struggling right now. Like they said, look at his body language. Kay said it perfectly. Look at Kirk's body language. Look how he looks when he's getting up off the turf. Look at it. Like Mike said, his confidence is shot, but it's because, like he said, when you can't do the routine things you normally could do, that'll kill anybody's confidence. When you
Mm-hmm.
want to score 20 like that, and like you said, you see Kobe pump faking 100 times, it's because he could jump out the gym, so he could drop 20 in his sleep. But then you see players that, like in the NBA, where they take a lot more shots to get to that 20-point mark than before, where they
Mm-hmm.
score with ease. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the problem is right now. Everything out there today look hard. That tells you that a player just don't got it. Everything on offense look hard today for Kirk Cousins. Just look hard.
Yeah.
The normal routine throw he would make in his sleep with anticipation, he was struggling to make a simple slant, throw a simple slant pattern with anticipation, which we know that's not the prime Kirk Cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that just goes to show you. You just can look at it. Like I said, you guys know I've been standing 10 toes down, but I sat there with my 4 eyes and watched it. And I said, yeah, nah, that brother, he done lost it, man.
But
He
but
can't move. He can't
but
move.
but yeah, like you said, like I said, I noticed that in the Saints game, and I noticed that it never changed afterwards. It
Mm-hmm.
never changed. And like you said, with him kind of being the veteran on the team, everybody is looking for him to be okay. You the top alpha dog. We riding behind you, and when you see your main guy head always down, not
Mhm.
sure of himself, the team is not sure of itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Raheem got to step up and the coaches got to recalibrate. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm
Like you remember, they benched Peyton Manning for Brock Osweiler for a little while. That's
Yeah.
just being smart. Like they said,
Right.
we're gonna save Peyton Manning for the playoffs. Like they just was like,
Right.
he gonna be the relief pitcher. We can't use him
Right.
right now. You gotta put him on the
They ain't
shelf,
bring that motherfucker back into the playoff.
bro.
Exactly.
Sound better when you say it.
Exactly.
Right here, Drew, do you think Raheem and his coaches looking at the game film, or is he scared to make a decision?
No, I just think that they had a plan. They trying to ride it out. But like I said, just saying what we seen today, I said that this is what has been my method to my madness. Let Kirk continue to play it out until we're eliminated from the playoffs. Because I don't want to put pressure on Penix. Like you throw Penix in right now, I wouldn't mind it because if they say that Kirk just don't got it physically, I could see that because technically that's a injury. So I would say if they feel comfortable with throwing Penix in there, throw him in there. My biggest issue with leaving Penix on the bench was we are right there in the thick of things in the playoffs. And I know as Atlanta Falcons fans, we always have high expectations. So we're not going to say, well, Penix, let's throw caution to the wind and just go out there and play the best you can. We're going to say, go in and get us into the playoffs or you trash. You know how we are. We either all the way to the left or all the way to the right. So we put Penix
Yeah,
in.
I would.
Nobody saying he trash if he throw a pick. No, this man is
I
a
was
rookie.
with that same sentiment right now too. Until I seen them dumb down that playbook and they turned me the other way. I'm like, hold up, y'all dumb
Yeah,
this bitch all the way down. I'd rather go ahead and see that Ricky come in here and make a mistake.
exactly. But I'm saying if they throw Penix in there, I have no expectations for him. He's a
Me
rookie.
either. Me either.
Even if we
Right.
right here in the playoff race, I can care less if he come in here and throw 5 picks because at this point he's a rookie. That's why I said last year with Desmond Ridder, his first year starting, I didn't have no pressure, no expectation. When you're a first year starter, I'm gonna give you grace, and that's what I'm saying with Penix. If he get in right now, even though we right there in the playoff race, if he lose the next 3 games, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say he trash. I'm gonna say he developing. But we know how us as Atlanta Falcons fans, because we got super high expectations, we got those people that's far to the right or far to the left. Soon as Penix get out there, they're gonna expect him to come in and ball out and throw 500 yards the first game, which we know that's not gonna happen. And if it does happen, it's an anomaly. Don't expect him to be consistent when he first get in there. This is not college. There's levels to this. So that's my biggest issue with Penix is I know people are not gonna be patient with the kid. If you put him out there, be patient because he's going to make some rookie mistakes. That's just bound to happen. If Kirk is throwing 4 picks in a game and this man been in the league 13, 14 years, what you think Penix going to get out there and do? Even though he got a great arm with zip and all that, he going to make mistakes because that's just a part of growing. So if you put Penix out there, just throw caution to the wind. That's all I'm going to ask for. Give him grace. Don't start putting those high expectations on him. He better come in here and win the division and be the savior to this team because it's not going to happen. That's the only thing I'll say about Penny.
And let me also kind of give a shout out to the offensive line in this run game today. The big hogs on the right side of the line.
Oh, boy, man, Caleb. Oh my God, him and Dan Chris Lindstrom. That was
Him, Lindstrom, and Dahlman did some dirty work tonight. And I think the offensive line really doesn't get a lot of credit here. I mean, I know they gave up some sacks. I won't necessarily count those because the Raiders literally zero blitzed us the whole damn night until they started saying, fuck it, we finna run the ball again.
Well, they had to do something to keep from getting them assault and battery that Lindstrom and McGarry was doing over there. There were 3 straight runs where they handed the ball off to Bijan to that right side, and everything on that right side, that defensive line was laying on the ground.
Yeah, McGarry was nasty tonight. He was extra nasty tonight.
But that's his type of that's his type of game, though.
That's it. Say it again. That's Falcons football. When you see guys laying on the ground and we moving the line of scrimmage 3 to 4 yards down the field, that's when I start smiling. That's beautiful to me. That's pretty. I don't want to see the ball get thrown 50 yards down. I want to see my offensive line 5 yards down the field, and that's what we saw today. Them pushing them guys.
Speaking of beautiful, Bijan Robinson picking up a blitz on the guy 6'5", 300 pounds and stopping him cold.
Yeah. That like you said, these little nuances, like you said, with Bijan getting better at pass protection, this offensive line is being more physical in this run game. These are the aspects of football I think the average football fan really don't appreciate. And a lot of times when you get like these little ugly games like we got tonight, those guys start to stand out a lot more. Bro, people saying there was IHOP for those pancakes. Now we're gonna with Caleb McGarrett, we're gonna say Huddle House. You know that country ass. Country ass. You get the Huddle House pancakes. But like you said, man, hey, we got about 5-6 more days till we got the Giants. Who's another bad team. But damn it.
Same game plan. Run the ball 40 times. I'm down for it. Let the offensive line be the MVP.
Look. I watched Matt Jones win a football game throwing the ball 3 times. I watched Jimmy Garoppolo win a playoff game and beat the Green Bay Packers by 30 points throwing the ball 6 times. If we got to do that, damn it, do it.
In the NFC Championship game, to be frank about it, it wasn't just a playoff game; it was the NFC Championship game.
There you go. But I guess we about to go ahead and get up on out of here, man. Let everybody get their final thoughts in before we get up on out of here. Go ahead, Will. How you feel? What's your final thoughts for the night?
What you say now?
I said, what's your final take for the night before we get up on out of here?
Oh shit, man. I ain't got too much to say, bro. But I hope we figure it out, bro. That's all. I hope we figure it out. Like, I'm glad we won the game, but I'm not happy. I'm saying I'm glad we won, but like I know there's a lot of shit we gotta fit. Like, and I just hope we figure it out. That's all.
Okay. All right, Sam, man, what you got?
Raheem Morris can go play in traffic.
Yo, y'all have no idea how proud I am of Sam. Because I've been trying to beat that in his head, and he's been doing the right thing. He's been doing the right thing and being patient, but it just when you start seeing this, it's just like it's hard. It's hard to just admit when a coach just isn't doing the right thing. It's demoralizing and it's frustrating, and that's my thing. For Raheem, he needs to grow up. That's my thing. That's literally my final take. He need to grow up he has not grown up as a head coach.
The old school in me can appreciate a gritty, grimy type game like this, but just the fan in me, it was hard to watch. Curry, man, that was hard to watch. And everybody else saw it too. There's been 20 minutes of conversation on ESPN about it being hard to watch just now.
Yeah, that was bad.
They should deactivate him. He shouldn't play another down. Period.
Yeah,
and trust and believe the tune is not going to change. Wednesday, the tune is not going to change. Friday, the tune is not going to change next Monday. He should not play another down.
Save the rent for the morning, Sam. You got to save it for the morning, y'all.
Give him. Yeah. You gave him a little sample tonight, but like you said, go off on the next one. Yeah, Antoine asked, can the Falcons family give their odds of us making the playoffs?
I'm good on
I
that.
don't know the odds, but I know we can't lose no more games, and we need Tampa to lose at least one.
One. Yeah, we gotta sweep it. We gotta sweep our last few games, which could happen. And like I said, we can
Yeah,
still make the playoffs, but
yeah. The
I'm not.
Falcons have to they have to take control of their destiny. They can't slip up on none of these games.
Which adds to the fact that Kurt is more than likely going to be starting.
We got to sit here and be Cowboys fans this damn week. Hell no.
So you say we gotta rely on Cooper Rush?
I'm
Lord.
Up to my fate. I already told the wife, hey, look, get the cowboy stuff out. We need y'all to we need y'all to stand on business this Sunday night. That's all I ask for, boys. We don't do nothing else.
My bad.
Man, I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm gonna let you go after me. They needed this win. We always say you gotta win these games by any means necessary. This is right around the end of the year. You will usually get some type of game like this, but I think really where it just comes down to is why a lot of people are frustrated with this type of win. It's not even just the fact that it was the Raiders. It was the fact that the expectations of this team being better than what they are now is underwhelming to a lot of the Falcon fans, which is justified just for the simple fact that that was the expectation that was brought to us by the new regime.
Yeah, Raheem sold us on making the playoff push. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think we should have listened, but I mean, that's just being a fan, man. It's like you always want to believe in your team, but realistically, which is why I stated, my belief was if Kyle Pitts, if we were able to get something out of him offensively, as far as a playmaker is concerned, and our defense, if we were able to get him straight and have a top defense, I thought we could make a run at the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But neither of that happened, so we're at where we are. You know what I'm saying? But that's in the perfect world. You know what I'm saying? So, man, look, I still believe this team is headed the right way. These guys are still young. You heard, they said ESPN that these guys, the Falcons the core of that offense, all these guys are under the age of 25. You know what I'm saying? I think it was 24, they said. So we have a solid group of young, talented guys. You know what I'm saying? So the Falcons, we're in a good spot. We just need this coaching. We need the coaching to improve. We need to bring in guys who know what they're doing and either have success. I don't want him to be a part of success. I want him to be the reason why they are successful. Raheem was a part of success. He wasn't the reason why the Rams won. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. We're hiring guys that's been a part of the process. Dan Quinn was a part of that winning process. Mike Smith was a part of that winner. Right? He was the reason why. And we need to stop. We need to stop bull crapping, and hire guys that know what the heck they doing. And I think Jude stated that we should have hired Brian Flores. I think it was I forgot who it was, but somebody said Brian Flores because you look at what he's doing. Everywhere he's been, he's had success with his particular defense. We need to stop. We need to stop playing around and bring in guys that actually have success, not being a part of success.
All right, what you got, Joe? Let you go ahead and close us out, man.
Yeah, man, that's pretty much all I had. And it was actually Don, Mike, that was talking about Brian Flores in our last, in our last
on the heavy hitters.
Yeah, on the heavy hitters. Brought up Brian Flores, but yeah, man, like I said, man, we came to Las Vegas for a business trip. They got the W. Like I said, I'll take an ugly win over a pretty loss any day. That's mission number one. Like I said, all the rest of these games are playoff games. So you got out with a win. Let's see what we do on Sunday against the Giants. At
Uh-huh.
the end of the day, they went there, they handled business. It might not look the way we wanted to look. I agree with OG. It was very hard to watch. It was ugly. It wasn't pretty, but at least they had the wherewithal to understand we can't allow Kirk to lose this game. We can't allow Kirk to throw the ball 30, 40 times because he just
Yeah.
doesn't have it. So when you see somebody don't have it, you got to make common sense. And that's what Mike was just talking about. That's where the coaching come into play, that you got to know how to read a room and say, yeah, Kirk is not he's not playing on that level he was once playing at earlier this season. So now it's time for us to dumb it down. And you always hear Mike talk about go to the RPO and just dumb the playbook all the way down. That's what they did tonight. They had the wherewithal to understand some self-awareness to say the defense is playing well, the special team is playing well. We're in field position, great field position. This should have been K-Styles' game. When I was watching that game, I thought about K-Styles. Special teams
Hey,
key.
hey, look, I got to see some pancakes, boy. I was happy.
Hey,
I ain't gonna tell you no
block
lie.
punts. I mean, everything.
Exactly.
Balling.
Exactly.
I think Bradley Pinion boomed a 60-something yard punt. Like, oh boy, downed it on the 1-2 yard line. Like, when I say the special teams was pretty much flawless outside of Younghoe Koo, I mean, what else can we ask for? So, I mean, at the end of the day, we got the W. Like I said, it won't pretty. Let's see what we do moving forward. But I still gonna always have faith in my team and our team because I'm a fan. I'm a fan first before a content creator. So I'm always gonna have high expectations for the team. But sometimes you gotta temper those expectations. And I think that's what some of the fans, they go wrong is they don't recalibrate. Once you see something has changed, you got to change the way that you think and you got to recalibrate your thought process.
If they pay anybody in the offseason, they better pay Kadero Hodge.
Say it again, OG.
If they pay anybody,
this is
they
the
better pay
fourth
Kadero
game.
Hodge.
This is the fourth game this year that Cordero Hodge has came up with big plays when they needed it the most. This is the fourth game.
Seem always make a big play. He's always Johnny on the spot. He gets the touchdown. I was talking to Michael off the show. I think after I heavy hit a show about how he sprinted down and got the muff punt or against the Saints. He had a touchdown catch against the Bucks to seal the game. Today he had a block punt. I mean, he's just been balling.
He blocked 2 punts.
Well,
yeah,
I owe Sam an apology because I cussed him out for bringing up Cordero Hard because I was so fucking pissed off at Kirk Cousins and Raheem Morris. So I apologize.
Yeah, key component.
They had me so mad when I saw Judon and Damon Harrison coverage. I'm like, bro, what are we doing? I'm so sick and tired of seeing that nonsense. But like I said, man, at the end of the day, I think if this team is going to be anything, like it's not about the talent. I think Kyle can get talent. I know these guys. He and Terry Fontenot can get talent. I don't think it's any question whether or not they can get talent. They clearly can do that. But if we're going to get to the next level, man, we have to. And this is something that they talked about also. We got to improve our coaching staff. We can't just bring in and draft a bunch of guys. That's not going to work. You got to have the coaching there to develop these guys and put these guys in the right position. So that's like I said, that's my last take, man. And I know Sam is going to have something tomorrow, and probably some other guys going to have some, something to say. Like I said, it's Tuesday now. I know Jew is probably going to have a recap of everything coming tomorrow, so y'all stay tuned for that also. I think Will is on Wednesday. Yeah, Will is on Wednesday. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for that. Like I said, man, we got a lot of stuff going. Coach is on vacation. He will be back soon. Hey, I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed. I just want to see growth, and I just want to see growth with our coaching staff. I'm tired of seeing great players wasted. That's my biggest thing. We got a lot of talented guys, but when you have talent and you don't have the coaching, man, it's wasting. And I'm tired of wasting. I'm tired of wasting good talent. You gotta up our game. So that's all I got, kid.
Oh yeah, definitely shout out to D'Angelo Malone. 2 sacks tonight. Shout out, shout out D'Angelo Malone. I don't know if we said it in the show. Shout
Yeah,
out to him.
After Dale Street.
and it's crazy that he had to, and they didn't even want to give him a chance. Talking about, well, he need to earn it. How you? He ain't on the damn field. How you go? You know what? Never mind. I'm
All right, we about to get up on out of here. I go to work in the morning. Appreciate y'all. I know y'all about to get a bunch of opinions and a bunch of reviews of this game coming out throughout the week, whether it be Mad Mike Sports, Mr. White Sports Network, Utah Sports, Will Georgia Reaper, AFN, and Simpson K Live. Hey, we gonna talk about this and we gonna set this thing up for the Giants game. So what we say, Mike? We're here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Oh yeah, nigga.
Y'all ain't gotta go home.
Sit your head down.
Sit your ass.
Motherfucking 112 yards.
Sit
Fuck,
your-
you know, hey, one of your pass attempts come. You know what? No, we're not doing this. I'm not about to be. All right, y'all. Oh yeah, Zach Harrison got a sack too. So yeah, cool. All right, deuces, y'all.
Peace.
Lord.